right. Hello, y'all. Good morning. This will be real quick, and I'm talking real quick because I have a lot to tend to today. This is High Priestess Jamila. I am a witch and a shaman healer. I wanted to come and give you guys some advice on dealing with gang stalkers. And, I do provide help for people that are going through gang stalking. Gang stalking is very real. Um, It's very ultra complicated. It's not as simple as people think it is, and it is very serious. If there are signs, and I have people calling me all the time that are being gang stalked, these people contact me, and at first they don't take it seriously until the gang stalkers do something that is unthinkable, and they get through somehow to your life to cause something that will cause most people an extreme amount of stress. Now, the only reason why, and I think that the gang stalkers that gang stalked me were just extremely delusional. They are right now regretting ever gang stalking a witch. Most people that are being gang stalked are factually under like their mind control. Like, for example, I was doing a little research and I run into this Quora post or thread, and somebody asks a question, and I'm going to pull it up real quick for you guys. Do gang stalkers ever pull back or make their presence less obvious to mislead the target into thinking that it's over? Now, most gang stalking posts are actually being posted by gang stalkers, okay? And that's the one thing you got to understand. You got to be careful. So the person that asks the question states, I'm just going to read the first sentence. Good morning, Stevan. I'm just going to read the first sentence, and this is how you can tell that an actual gang stalker actually posted and then answered their own post. It says, being a targeted individual is a living nightmare that many people cannot even begin to comprehend. First sentence is to disempower you, to put, because most people that are being gang stalked are already in a state of fear and paranoia. So that first sentence, when you're talking about gang stalkers, you never, ever, ever empower the shit that they do. This is the reason why a lot of people need help with that situation. Because most of the time, the very same people that are facilitating the gang stalking are trying to present themselves as helping you, okay? There's another person that answered, and they said, wow, hold on. Their answer was right here a few minutes ago. Hold on. Somewhere in here, okay, wait a minute, I think I found it. Being a targeted individual is okay, let me see. Okay, this person that answers, their screen name is Chosen by God. No, they will stay consistently the same the whole time, even if you're catching on to what's happening around you. The aim is to make you think you're crazy. If you suddenly realize they're always following you, they will change the way they do things so you won't notice them immediately anymore and question your own sanity. But once they start overtly gang stalking you, it won't stop until your handlers die or they run out of money to pay everyone. First of all, you should never ever refer to a gang stalker as a handler. So, what is a handler? A handler, by definition, is a person who handles or deals with certain articles, or a person who trains or has charge of an animal. Gang stalkers are not handlers. They're sick, possessed people. And y'all should also know this. Gang stalking is a reality. It's a reality. It's a trap. It's a trapped reality. Okay, is what it is. And so you have to look at it from that perspective because that's what it is. And if you can't ever realize that, okay, you don't stay in their reality. You have to remove yourself from their reality. Are you going to do that by committing self-harm? No, you're not. It is a reality. It's called a gang stalking world. Most of the time, the gateway, a lot of gang stalkers, a lot of the people that they use that are under possession are typically on drugs. It's typically drug related. It's a reality, is what I've noticed. And it's typically a drug world. So a lot of those people are not only possessed, but they are on drugs as well and completely out of their mind. And you can even tell by they just say anything. It doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be the truth. They just say it. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have to make sense. They don't even think. None of those people are actually thinking for themselves. They're possessed. When you know that something is going on, in fact, they'll try to get you to join them. Don't ever join them. Ever. Don't ever seek acceptance by those people. Every person that has been chosen to be a gang stalker, they are under, I would say there's a 70 to 80% chance that those people are going to die early. The horrible things are coming for those people. They're blind. They can't see it. One of the gang stalkers that's stalking me tried to use some kind of weird reverse psychology to make me want to seek acceptance by them. Nobody likes you. That's so childish. Are you kidding me? I have a whole host. I have a family. I have a life. I have clients that seek my guidance, respect me a lot. So why would it? But they try to play those kind of games with you, and they're very pathetic. These are the lowest of the lowest. They want you to want to be them while they try to be you. It's weird. It doesn't have to make sense. What you have to focus on is doing the shamanic work to get out of their reality. That's what you have to do. Their games don't matter. You don't play the game. And then this person even goes on to say, I like to play a little game with them. No, you don't play their games. That makes it worse. In fact, I'm going to say this. One of the people that is trapped in their world is somebody that I was intimately involved with. Okay, that situation was just a learning curve for me because he is beyond help, right? He's beyond help. Basically, when I was coming out of the involvement with him and the shift was happening, and he, trust me, he's constantly trying to pull me back into that. When in reality, he was delusional to think I ever was. We was always separate. He was always there and I was always here. Straight up and down. When I was coming out of that, I would play along with it. Don't ever do that. Don't even play around with it. The only reason why I was able to play around with it is because I am somebody that is very spiritual, and I am also an alchemist, and I perform spells and rituals to get the things that I want. If you are somebody that doesn't know an advanced level of witchcraft and alchemy and shamanism, you should never be playing around with those people. Don't ever, you don't do that. My eyes are itching. Mm-hmm. They're absolutely crazy the way that they go on and on. And the reason why is because you have to shift out of their reality. You do. It's almost like their soul has been taken. And I was saying last week that it's like they're dead. They don't have any sense of self at all. And the reason why they're targeting you is because they want to pull you into that. Yes, they do have masters. Those masters don't have power over you. They often use religion to keep you in that. I hate to use a movie analogy, but I think that some of these movies, like the occult classics, were meant to teach a lot of us certain things. But think about what Tangina said, which is very close to Sammy Gina, which is a spirit that I work with a lot, a goetic spirit. Tangina had to take and direct Diane to another realm to go and get her daughter that basically vanished, that was taken by the dead. And she told her, she said, she said, do you promise to do everything I instruct you to do, even if it goes against everything that you know, everything that you believe in right now, which would, a lot of y'all, what y'all know is religion. And if you don't go outside of that, she told her, she said, to get your daughter back, I need for you to do that. Do you promise to do that? And then we can get your daughter back. So basically, she had to travel to another realm. Think about Insidious. Insidious is a better analogy of what I'm talking about. The little boy all of a sudden falls asleep and he slips into a coma. There wasn't a priest or somebody like that. They went to I can't think of the lady's name in the movie Insidious. She was those were not church people. Those were people that were experts. Like, she was basically playing the role of a shaman that had to travel to another realm through the astral to get this to get this child so that he would wake up out of that coma. It's the same thing when you look at those movie analogies. So gang stalking doesn't have to be a nightmare. Don't ever let those people do that to you. You know what they are. They don't ever give them power. When you and I have a client right now. I'm working with several clients. And I've had to tell that client, don't ever acknowledge the power that they have. You acknowledge your power and knowing of what you know. You don't give them credit. That's a trick. They've tricked you. And that's a part of the work that I do with clients. Because once you know that they don't have power over you, then you're free. As long as you're saying they've got so much power, they've got so much power, it's so powerful, then you are still taken by them. Do you think that any second, not even for a millisecond, do I ever have the belief that anybody from that gang stalking world has any power over me? Never. Never. I carry on about my life. The gang stalkers that stalked me, they have all but given up. They just come to social media trying to hold on. You know what I mean? They've just tried to hold on. They don't know where I'm at. They can't even find me. In fact, when I was switching locations just recently, a month ago, on New Year's Eve, is when I went to the new location. They have no idea where I'm located whatsoever. I could feel all of the chaos. And yeah, some of them do have psychics and people that are remote viewing. My spirits blinded those people. And, you know, as an empath, I could pick up on they feel lost unless they feel like they have a connection with me. I can't do anything for those people. I can't help those people. First of all, they're too arrogant. They're possessed. They don't even know, half of the time, they don't even know what's real and what's not. I don't let what they say or do or try to manifest actually be real in my life. And that, yes, they'll try to mimic you. They'll try to practice witchcraft. They'll try to do the same thing that you do because they want to try to create some kind of reality. And those are the ones that are the worst off because they're going to believe up into the bitter end of their annihilation that what they do is going to help them, but it's not. It's not. As long as there is a focus on me or my children or any of my life, any aspect of my life, those people have lost. They are lost, and it ain't my problem. Yeah, it's weird. Some of y'all were kind of born into that type of reality. I didn't start really, the gang stalking started when I came to YouTube, and it just kind of progressed from there. And the very same people that live in a gang stalking reality, there's this troll. She's a Black woman named Yolanda. She was one of the first people that are from that gang stalking world that began to gang stalk me. And that's when it first started. And so for me, and it just got kind of progressively worse for them, because in their mind, what's real is real, but it's not real in your life, and you can't be convinced of that. Once you start thinking like them and feeling some type of way about them, that's when it's time for you to get some spiritual help. And all day long, it's like right now, for example, all of the gang stalkers that I'm dealing with, even though it's very irrational and erroneous thinking, they're all thinking that I'm stalking them, when in reality, they're in a group plotting and planning their next attack. That's a fact. Even though it's not based in any kind of real reality, they'll claim I'm stalking them. Or when I come on here, because the gang stalkers that I'm dealing with, they actually had a whole smear campaign and everything. They had it all plotted and planned out. All of it failed. They had my death planned out. They was going to hurt my kids. They was going to do all this. None of it worked out for them. So now at this point, what they're angry about is that they can't do nothing. They have no power. A power move for them would be to stop the gang stalking. Stop thinking about me and my life and what I'm doing, and every single live stream that they do has got to be about, not about me, but they can't, like, especially now, it was a full moon yesterday. They're freaking out. That's when all of them have to, because I'm like a lifeline for them. And then they'll say, no, you're not. I don't have to, I don't have to lie on you. I don't have to. It's very bizarre, and it has nothing to do with real life. It has nothing to do with what's actually happening. It has nothing to do with reality. So, for example, later today, at least one of them has got to mention my name. But when they're not mentioning my name online, they're still talking about me behind the scenes. I don't even know most of these people. God forbid that you meet any of them. Now they really think that, think about that. Does a normal human being feel as though just because they know a person that they have the right to do what they do? No, it's totally irrational. But they'll say, oh, I know you. I've met you. So I get to participate in gang stalking you. And sometimes, yeah, your family will be involved. It's really bad on a lot of you guys that are exploring your spirituality, because they'll convince themselves, especially if they're religious, they'll convince themselves that you're somehow hurting yourself and they've got to save you. When in reality, the things that they're doing that's supposed to be quote unquote saving you is actually hurt. It could hurt you if you let it. Them saving you is sending some guy to rape you. Them saving you is sending somebody to rob you. This is the irrational, backwards thinking that they have. Oh, this person is, oh, in order to save them, I've got to send somebody to beat them up because we've got to wake this person up. Oh my God. And you'll be perfectly balanced, especially if you're a witch and you found your craft. They will convince themselves that somehow hurting you is an act of saving you. It's very bizarre. And shamans don't practice religion at all. It's not a part of their belief systems. I was looking at something on Netflix about 3 years ago. This man, his parents were heavily involved in a church. Guess what his parents did? This guy was gay, okay? He was gay. Guess what his parents did? He was a teenager. They sent this poor guy to go and stay at some kind of Christian camp. Guess what those Christian men did to save him? Raped him. Gang raped him over and over again for months. Just put him through a lot of torture and pain to try to make him not gay anymore. There's sick people in this world. That's very sick, isn't it? It was on Netflix. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was like, what in the world is this? What world do they live in? That's why I don't participate in religions that require people to obey. Because guess what? They can do whatever they want. They can make up anything in their mind. And it's real to them. And then innocent people end up getting hurt. Yeah, it's crazy. Can't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I said, wow. So, and you have to be grounded. Grounding is a lot deeper than what people think it is. You have to be grounded within your Earth star, and you have to stay that way. They will try to hijack you to pull you into their world. They will try that. Yes, they will. So, and they'll try to make it seem like I've noticed, and they do have an understanding of that. They do have an understanding of that. Me personally coming on here, making comment of their feeble attempts to convince anybody that they have power over me, just because I've called out what they're still doing, doesn't mean that they've hijacked me. I keep myself and my collective and my loved ones grounded. Completely out of their world. They're out. Can't get in, can't mess with nobody, can't do nothing. So, and you ever hear the saying, grasping at straws? So, it's very complicated. Um, and they are looking for a way into your mind because they want it's almost like they're zombies almost. They want to eat your brain. They want to be in your mind. They want to be on your mind. They want you to think about them. When I'm on here acknowledging the problem of gang stalking, I am actually helping people. I have clients that contact me all the time that are dealing with gang stalking. They've got witches involved. I feel sorry for any witch that's in their world that is actually participating in that. Though I mean, though they're not supported in that. They're not supported in that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the powers that be, they're not supported in what they're doing. That's why they have a problem with Hecate. If you notice a lot of those gang stalking witches, they don't give any praise to spirits like Hecate, Santa Muerta, and part of the reason why they don't is because she doesn't support them in gang stalking. In fact, if they're participating in that at all, Hecate will curse them. Coming on here and saying, hey, these people are gang stalking, that's not participation. That's speaking out. So they're trying to define, they will try to define your words. When, if you're saying, hey, I'm being gang stalked by these people and they won't leave me alone, in the meantime, they're trying to normalize it. They're so desperate at this point that they will claim that their target is participating just because they acknowledged it of what they're doing. It is a very bizarre and crazy thing. You don't think like them. You don't do that. You stick with the truth. And then you can manifest the life that you want. Now, I've been saying that I feel like our government needs to acknowledge gang stalking more. It needs to be acknowledged more. But there's ways of getting past it. Like, for example, if you don't want them to know where you live, if you don't want them to know where you live, I would never join them, though. I would never join them, or nor would I want to, because they have a lot of negative karma coming to them. And you may want to go and check out some of the videos. There's tons of videos on YouTube about ex-gang stalkers. They'll reveal all of their secrets. TLB the Fly Guy. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. In the past 72 hours, Not only have I been flagged for no reason, but I've also been sexually harassed and assaulted, essentially, on the internet. And then also, they keep trying to include me. I just had to tell that Musa dude to take my photograph down, and I appreciate you taking it down. But he put in the title of his video that I ruined his live stream because I asked him not to use my photo. Why? And then I guess it partially had something to do with, I don't know, he could have just blocked me out of his chat. He was gonna he said he was gonna play some videos by this random strange chick named Kat Smith, who I have no idea who she is. And I guess it was ruined because I said that I'm not a part of your sector. Take my photograph down. I don't understand why these people think the way that they think. I don't know, and I don't care who flagged me. Flagging me doesn't matter. I've got thousands of videos on my channel. I don't need to go live from that channel. I don't have the same thought processes they do. She's a gang stalker, Stevan. She don't even know it. Some new dude that they got in that sector. And I told him, I said, hey, I don't have anything to do with these people. Me showing love for what happened to Tiffany doesn't mean that I'm a part of their sector. They hold on to everything. Oh, she made comment about Tiffany Christmas' death. She's a part of the sector. No, I met Tiffany years ago. I knew Tiffany for the past 30 something years. Totally separate from that sector, has nothing to do with it. But then again, you can't really talk about Tiffany without talking about that sector because she was a part of it, I guess. I'm not a part of it. I'm not a follower. I personally think all of them are batshit crazy. So, and I don't know why they need me for validation. No, Tiffany only met him twice. She was still involved because she was involved with Kat. Kat believes that these people are some kind of team. Your social media reflects who you are. And so a lot of them, when they come out of their delusion partially, what they'll say is well, this ain't even real. So, but why would you participate in something that's not real? Everybody's social media reflects who they are. So you're a person that makes a decision to every now and then participate in things that are not even real. And to act like it matters, that makes no sense. Oh, I don't know what kind of medication she's on. Oh, know anything about it. I'm about to take a nap though, guys. So I'm gonna take a nap if you get a few hours in because I'm getting ready to hit the road and be traveling soon. Of course, I'm not gonna say the exact day that I'm going back home because I'm getting ready to move back home. But we do have help for you guys because if you've been getting gang stalked and they have been doing spiritual work on you, a lot of you guys need help if you've been getting gang stalked. It's a terrible thing. So you guys are able to and it takes a couple of years. So y'all have a good day. Thank you for coming, Stevan. I'll see you guys later. Blessings. Bye.